Okay, we're just here at what appears to be a very abandoned property right in the heart of the Cheshire countryside. Obviously we're not going to go any further because I'm stood right near the fence here, and as with any abandoned properties, no matter how much it's been empty or how long for it's been empty, it does belong to somebody, so it's private property. So we're not going to set foot anywhere near the house or beyond the fence that you can see in front of me right here. But it's one that we've stumbled across and we're just curious about it, really, why it's been empty for so long, why it's still like this, especially in Cheshire, where land and space like this usually gets snapped up. It does extend quite a way along the road, so I'll just walk along, and because we're still sort of in the depths of winter, there's not a lot of greenery actually blocking it out, so you can sort of see through the trees and the bushes at the moment. Quite an eerie looking place. It would make a very good place to do a proper investigation, but like I say, it's private land, private property. It does belong to someone, so we're not just going to go in, because you are actually breaking the law doing things like that. But we can see it a bit better through here from different angles. It really does have a strange feel to it, as properties like this do, and it seems to stretch all the way along. There's more abandoned parts here. It seems like as though it's an old farm building, or it's been a farm at one time. Let's see how much further goes along. I'm not going to reveal the location because we don't want it to be spoilt, and as I say, it's a private property, so it does belong to someone still, despite it being very derelict and abandoned. This appears to be what looks like an old barn. Some bigger outbuildings. Looks a really interesting place to be able to find out more about it. There's no name to it, there's no number to it or anything. You can just see the house there in the very distance. Quite a bit of land to it. So maybe it's worth seeing into it if we can find out more, who maybe owns it, why it's been left to get into this state of disrepair, or just been left as it is. I'm surprised the land hasn't been bought up. Or the actual place itself hasn't gone up for sale to be renovated. But it is one of those, once you get the house in sight, it's got that strange atmospheric feel to it, as a lot of these abandoned properties do, as though there's somebody watching you, but there isn't. But then again, we don't know, there may be. Looks like it's been empty for quite some time. Be interesting to come back sometime when the weather is much better, but then again I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite overgrown by then. It's quite an eerie looking house. As you can see, it's obviously fenced off, so we're not going to attempt to do anything because it is private property, which people should remember. Just because somewhere is abandoned, it doesn't mean to say that you can just go in. It's a private property that still belongs to somebody. So that's a very interesting place deep in the heart of Cheshire, where hopefully we might be able to find out a bit more to see if we can come back and actually possibly look inside.